The following program is brought to you by His Productions.
The podcast no one listens to with Kevin Porter. Nice.
Oh, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to an all-new episode of the podcast that no one listens to, episode 142, motherfuckers. I'm your host, Kevin Porter, and we are back for the week that was my life, dude. Making his return, though, triumphantly to the podcast that no one listens to. We got Anthony Hernandez coming back on the show. Now, Anthony is the co-host of Killing Time with Brian Brisky and Anthony Hernandez. They got new episodes that drop every single Friday, so you can find all their information in the show notes. Might as well get that off the top there, dude. But this was a super fun episode, dude. Anthony's a super fucking cool guy, and like we just fucking sat here and fucking shot the shit for I don't know the better part of an hour or whatever. I just sat here and smoked weed and drank a beer together and stuff, and like, dude, he's just such a good storyteller, dude. Like, I really enjoy anytime I get to have a conversation with Anthony. It's always my pleasure to fucking sit down with him. I was happy for his ass to come out here and partake on the show. With that being said, though, this week of my life, motherfuckers. Oh, it's like, what did we do this week? Man, we did a lot of nothing. I just signed away my life for the next 30 years. Thank you, Celerity fucking Credit Union. That was a big thing. Went to the doctor for a follow-up visit. That was a lot of fun as well. And if you want to hear more about that, you could check out like 3 or 4 episodes ago. It's a fucking doozy, ladies and gentlemen. We just been chilling, dude. I've been fucking chilling. I've been looking forward to tonight, dude. It's Thursday. Got 2 more days. It's Thursday as I record this, Friday as you're listening to this. So that means it's the freaking weekend, and I love the weekend, dude. The weekends are my favorite. I mean, obviously, everybody's favorite part of the week is the weekend. So it's like, why not now? Why not drop an episode on a Friday, dude? It's like, that's when I want to party. That's when I want to hang out and chill. It's like I say party, but dude, it's just consists of me sitting on my couch, smoking weed out here in the office, hanging out, watching movies, dude. We watched Cape Fear last week. I got through most of it, and I'm still working my way through. And it's not that I don't like it, because I really do like it, actually. I've been really fucking busy this week, dude. There's been a lot going on in life, and I feel like really fucking stressed, actually. Haven't really been getting to the gym as often as I've been wanting to, but hey, that's life, ladies and gentlemen. That is life. So, that being said, I'm going to do 10 push-ups after I get done with this episode. Probably should, dude. I got brew cheese like sitting right across from me as like I bought it before I came home. I had a lot of stuff going on today, dude. Like I said, we had to go sign papers for the fucking loan, and then I had to go get food, and then I had to come here. We had to record this opening, and then we're recording In the Mouth of Madness later this evening, dude. Shout out Dustin Barron, Brandon Allen, dude. We're getting caught up, dude. We got like the next 2 months basically recorded at this point. So, dude, and they're going to be good episodes, dude. They're all, well, I don't know. 2007 Invasion. I don't know. Fuck you, Nicole Kidman. Fuck you, Daniel Craig. That movie's a piece of shit. Fuck you, Hollywood. I don't know. Whatever, dude. But yeah, dude. So, I don't know. It's been a pretty, for the most part, average fucking week, dude. I mean, we haven't really been up to too much of just gearing up, dude, for what else have we got going on? Professional wrestling's been going on. I've been trying to watch a little bit of that. Obviously, it's WrestleMania season. That's exciting. Edge is back. I don't know. We talked about that on the Royal Rumble podcast that we did here a couple weeks ago with Take Back. That's obviously in the archives as well for you first-time listeners. We got this whole show that we used to do called the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast. If you like listening about old episodes of wrestling from like 2-3 years ago, then that's the fucking shit to go check out. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, dude, like, I don't know. I've just been trying to like relax and just like hang out and not really like focus on, day-to-day bullshit. I think we're kind of on the back end of, dealing with a lot of fucking stress this week. So I think we're here. We're going to, again, we're going to record In the Mouth of Madness tonight. To me, that's fun, dude. That's like, this is the shit that like I get off on, dude. This is like hanging out with my friends, recording podcasts. It's like, oh, we could go back to like filming and doing, fun stuff like that. But at the same time, dude, that's a lot of fucking work. And podcasting's super easy, and I like doing easy things. So we're going to continue doing that definitely for the foreseeable future, man. I really don't see myself getting out of the podcast game. Fuck, dude. Like, I don't know. Again, like, I like just sitting here and by myself pretty much. And again, we're actually doing something different here this week. If you're friends with me on Facebook, or I should do it off our podcast page or whatever, I should actually do it off the actual the podcast that no one listens to Facebook page, so I could try to drive people there, which I've stopped interacting completely with Facebook with this podcast, because it seems like anytime I ever make a post about this show on Facebook, it drives literally no listeners to my fucking podcast feed, dude. It's like I'll release a promo and then, like, watch it for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. Dude, no one ever fucking goes to it based on Facebook, dude. Like, I don't know how the fuck people listen to this shit, dude, because, like, I don't know. I guess, like, we just randomly pop up on, like, suggestions for what people, are, into. I mean, we list ourselves as comedy or whatever, but, is it comedy? That's your own discretion, motherfucker. I don't know. But we're here today on the podcast, dude. And like I said, man, it's a fun podcast. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Anthony, dude, on Monday. I wish every episode that we did was like the one that you're going to be hearing here later on today. So later on in moments, it's like it's counting down to when the monologue is over. When do you get to the steak and potatoes of the show, Kevin Porter? When do you get to the main portion, man? It's like in due time, listeners, in due time. So I'm just trying to think, like, what else is going on right now, dude. I was like, fucking, it's like, feels like spring outside, dude. It's like, what, 60? It's like, it didn't feel like, I don't think it got to 60 today. I don't know. I got out of work. I went outside. It was pretty warm out. I didn't need a coat today. I actually just wore this, like, nice purple flannel that I got on. All the live watchers can see. It's like, damn, dude, I should just do the whole podcast, so that way everybody can see, like, the interview and the monologue portion, like, all recorded, put together nice and easy. It's like, we have the equipment. It's just like, again, I'm fucking lazy as shit, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't want to fucking put the time and effort into it. But here you go. A subpar product from a subpar guy. Fuck you, motherfucker. So, Seattle Seahawks, I don't know. I'm just looking at my flag up there. Yeah, what's up, guys? What's up, Seattle? What the fuck was I talking about? Spring. Yeah. Springtime's coming up, dude. I'm stoked for spring, dude. I want to get a new skateboard. I have some decent trucks, and I have some decent, wheels and stuff. I want to get a new board, dude. Like, I have a board. I want to get a new board. Should I get a new board? Probably will. I probably will. It comes. I don't know, dude. I want to go start skateboarding again, dude. I'm like 34 years old, dude. It's like the one thing I should avoid is skateboarding. But hey, sometimes you gotta take risks. Like, why am I paying all this money for insurance if I'm not gonna take some risks sometimes? Like, I'm not gonna do drugs. That's out of the question. I might as well, do like, why don't I try to, like, more adrenaline driven, like, activities, dude? Like, I went longboarding with my cousin here in town, like, a couple years ago, dude. And we were up in the scenic area and shit. And he's all flying down, doing all this crazy shit, dude. And, like, I'm like a pussy. I'm a fucking pussy when it comes to that. I'm like, I'm going to panic and I'm going to fucking, like, start wobbling and I'm just going to eat shit, dude. I'm going to end up in the emergency room. So, again, I might as well, like, get my money's worth and, end up in the emergency room from time to time. But I don't know. I guess you gotta take some chances every once in a while. I don't know. I think I'd like this spring, because, like, dude, again, like, my whole, like, getting, like, staying active and stuff. I've been really shitty about hitting the gym. I've been really shitty about fucking doing stuff. Like, I'm doing it. I'm maintaining. I'm definitely, like, maintaining and doing it, but I want to be doing more. So it's like I need to, like, I don't know, do other physical activities. Like, I got a bike this year. I got a bike last year, actually, and I don't know. I should go ride my bike more. I need to get out and go ride my bike more. Cause, like, I had this whole thing last year where, like, I wanted once I got the bike, dude, and, like, Jessica sucks when it comes to this. I'm not gonna lie. I love Jessica, but she doesn't, like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, hey, let's get a backpack, like, maybe not a backpack full of beer, okay, but, like, let's get out on our bikes, dude, and let's just ride our bikes for the day. Like, set out on, like, a Saturday at 10 in the morning and just take off on a trip and just hit brew pubs, like, all around Yakima, dude. Because Yakima has like, that's one thing you do have a lot of in Yakima, and that is the choice of beer, man. You have you have so many options when it comes to beer. So like I want to go out and like sample some beers, you know, like let's just go get drunk and ride bikes, dude. I mean, pretty sure that's a DUI, but it sounds like a lot of fucking fun, dude. And as long as the cop doesn't see you, he can pull you over. Sir, I'm sorry, but, you know, we're going to have to issue you a citation. For what? For drinking and driving. I'm on a bike, motherfucker. I'm on a bike. So, I don't know. I guess we're going to kind of just go ahead and cut this episode, you know, this monologue short, dude. And we'll go ahead and get, again, into the main portion of the show. Again, Anthony Hernandez is on this shit. We got to take care of a little bit of a housekeeping here on the podcast that no one listens to. Of course, you can always find In the Mouth of Madness every single Wednesday on this feed. So if you have a copy of the film that we're watching, we highly suggest you sync that shit up and take part in on our debauchery, dude, because it's fucking debaucherous, man. Is that even a word? Debauchery? I don't fucking know. So who gives a shit? But you can check that shit out every single Wednesday, and I think that's really all we got going on, man. We got In the Mouth of Madness. Next week, we got Invasion 93, dude. So we're getting close to the end of our Invasion of the Body Snatchers retrospective. We're closing in on the end, and boy, is the end. You really want it to be the end by the end. You're just like, no more. No more Invasion of the Body Snatcher films. But again, you got that to look forward to next week. That being said, though, again, Anthony Hernandez is on this week's show. Definitely check out his and Brian Brisky's podcast that drops every Friday, dude. I highly suggest, if you haven't listened to it already, listen to it after you get done listening to this episode. You get a double dose of Anthony Hernandez this week on Friday, if you're listening to this the day that this shit drops. What else you can find? You can actually find Anthony. He's like the house MC out there, Legends. He talks about it a lot on this podcast, and you can actually find him tonight. If you're listening to this on the day this drops on Friday, Norm McDonald's at Legends, which I got tickets like 3 months ago for this shit, dude. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. But Anthony's gonna be the house MC for that shit, dude. So he's gonna, you'll see him there tonight if you're there, if you're out to go see Norm McDonald, which I highly suggest. If you don't have tickets, get tickets, motherfucker. So I guess without further ado, I give you Anthony Hernandez.
All aboard!
Aw, snap. We're back on the podcast no one listens to. Fucking Anthony Hernandez making his comeback.
Yeah, what's up? Round two.
What's up? Round two. I know, dude.
I'm happy to be back, dude.
Yeah, dude. I know, man.
Badass out here.
We need to, like, set it up to where it's, like, every 8 weeks instead of, like, every, like, 16 to 20 weeks.
Well, no, it's cool. I mean, like, you have so many different guests. I mean, like, it's cool. You know what I mean?
I think about that sometimes, though, because, like, I said this last week on the podcast, but, like, there's really no rhyme or reason. I'm just like, who haven't I had on there? I'm like, oh, shit, Anthony hasn't been on here since September.
Who hasn't been here? Yeah.
I know when we first started doing it, dude, like, you'd look and be like, Brandon Allen to be like the guest, like, every other fucking episode or some shit, dude.
Yeah.
We were always like jumping around, but dude, thank you so much for coming out, man.
Hell yeah, man.
I want to start the show off saying congratulations. I heard you on your guys' podcast last week announcing that you're going to be like the MC for like
dude,
some events going forward.
So I did at Legends Casino. I did the fights, man. They had pro boxing, and I got to MC for that. But I am also going to be emceeing opening. You know what I mean? I'm be there for Norm McDonald. Dude, I'm going to be there, 5th row, bro. Yeah. I got my tickets like 2 months ago. Fuck yeah, dude. And so I had tickets too. Like I couldn't wait. I mean, as soon as I see it, I'm like, "What? No way, Norm McDonald!" So what? Jumped on my computer and bought tickets. Do they charge you? Like, yeah, I gotta pay regular. You gotta pay. Damn, dude, they don't give you a discount. Like, they don't give me nothing, dude. What? No discount. Yeah, it's like my job. They give me a free membership, but that's about it. Everything else has got to pay full price. Yeah, everything's full price. Yeah. I mean, and I had to go to Ticketmaster. You know what I mean, and buy my ticket. You know, to make sure I got the best seats possible. And, just like anybody else. But yeah, dude, I'll be there. Norm McDonald, Felipe Esparza in March. Dude, that's a guy I'm going to go for. Felipe Esparza is so fucking funny. He's fucking funny, man. I never heard of him until like I heard him on the Church of What's Happening Now with fucking Joey Diaz. Well, yeah, dude. Yeah. That's where I found him out, dude. And he's a hella cool dude. He's cool, man. He has his own podcast too called What's Up, Fool. Yeah, I've never actually gone out and listened to that one, but yeah. It's funny. It's funny shit on there. It's funny shit on there. Mm-hmm. What else was going on? So I was supposed to make my little... I was also supposed to do the other day... Tyler Henry was coming to Legends Casino. Who's Tyler Henry? He's a like a medium. like a spiritual
Oh
medium.
no shit!
Yeah, like he has his own TV show. Like he's the medium to the stars.
It's like Edward. What was that one dude back in the day? Like Ed something. I forget. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going. Yeah, no, he's like a fucking spiritual medium, whatever. I'm a fucking physical 2X, but no, yeah, he the dude got sick or something. You know what I mean? He got sick and he fucking like had to reschedule. Like the day before the show, he was in Seattle, but he was at the hospital and then let us know he's like, I'm fucking sick, I can't make it. And I'm like,
he's just like called in sick. He's like, fucking, I ain't going down to Toppenish.
Yeah, and I'm like,
what do you mean that's a 3-hour drive to Seattle?
He's like, he cancels the day before, and I'm like, wait, didn't you see this coming, motherfucker? You're in the hospital. You didn't know you were gonna get sick. But
he's like, sorry guys, I'm full of shit.
Yeah, and I was thinking like, dude, if I was him, like if that was my job, and then all of a sudden I had to call in sick, I would make up some fucking dope ass excuse on why I was sick. Right. Like, I just fucking performed this fucking exorcism on a fucking 16-year-old girl. I'm all fucked up now, guys, so I can't make it. You know,
got the demon semen in me.
The Catholic Church. I'm fucking paid for my medical bill at the hospital, guys. I'm sorry, I can't make it.
I had to call it the Pope, dude. I had to go really high up in order to get this shit covered.
The Pope fucking signed off on this shit, so.
It's like, you motherfucker, I cleansed that bitch.
Yeah, you don't trust me. You don't want me to bring this demon to your reservation. Yeah. Trust me. No, I would come up with some fucking gnarly ass excuse on why I was sick, not just like, I don't feel good.
It's like, sorry guys, I just can't go to work today.
I don't feel like it. I'm not in the mood.
I can't perform my medium,
duties.
Yeah, medium duty. I mean, that's cool as shit though that Legends is like bringing out like tons of fucking acts now, dude. Like,
yeah,
with that hotel and stuff. Like, that's fucking badass.
Bill Engvall was here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that commercial for that guy.
And I was supposed. They told me I was supposed to do Bill Engvall, but I can't remember why. I ended up not doing it. I wasn't. Something came up where I couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Of course, I would want to like fucking Bill Engvall, but as much as big exposure as possible. But dude, I'm pumped for Norm.
So for these shows, they just like allow you to go up there and do like 5 minutes or something, or like what's the structure on that?
Well, about 3. You know what I mean? Basically basic host type. You know,
that's what's up.
Yeah, 1 to 3, and then he'll have his guy before him. Come out and do a 10-minute set probably, and then I'll come back out and introduce Norm.
So like what you would normally be doing in a comedy club or anything like that.
Yeah.
How's that handled then for do you do music then, or I mean you did the boxing event then, right?
So I went out and I did some quick announcements at the beginning of the boxing. Yeah, but they had brought in their own actual ring announcer.
Okay, so you just did the house.
Just the house stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We got the fucking nachos in the back here, and we have this upcoming show. Just reminding the crowd basically like a hype man. You know what I mean? I'm like, is everybody ready? And everyone's like, yeah. So
that'd be so, dude.
It was cool though.
Just to hype up the crowd before a boxing match. Dude.
Yeah. Because they're already pumped anyways. Like they wanted to come see some fights. Man.
They make you wear do you got to wear a suit or anything? For
I wore a suit.
match?
Yeah, I wore a suit. Yeah, I mean I had a few
That's
suits. Squeeze into my suit. But
I heard you guys talk about the boxing matches at Legends Day. I was like, fuck, man, I haven't been to a boxing match. Like, honestly, I remember back in the day when I was a kid, they'd have amateur boxing at the YVC.
Oh yeah. I remember.
But and I heard you and Brian talking about boxing. I was like, damn, dude, that's one thing I don't have. I have a very novice knowledge. I know of names. I know that Tyson Fury. I only know of that guy just because he came on wrestling and fought Braun Strowman, dude. But before that, I never heard of him. Before Floyd Mayweather back in 2008 fought the Big Show, I never heard of fucking Floyd Mayweather.
No way.
No, dude.
I remember when he fought Big Show. Yeah.
It wasn't until these guys got exposure on professional wrestling where I was like, okay, now I pay attention to all this shit, dude. But
a couple things too. We were talking about before was man, it'd be cool to get some. Maybe some smaller time wrestling shows or something come to Legends. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Maybe like a AEW or TNA or something. I mean, which are still pretty large scale anyway.
AEW is the shit.
Yeah,
dude.
Right. Can you imagine AEW came to Legends? Fucking. I mean, they can fit a ring and they can still seat 1,500 people. I think that'd be a fucking decent show. You know what I mean?
So. Yeah, they'd probably try to run the Sundome if anything. I would.
But that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It'd
I mean.
Sundome.
Give them a good deal. I mean, shit, dude. Fucking AEW Dynamite on Wednesday night on TNT from Toppenish, Washington.
Yeah, because these last fights they had, they were broadcast on UFC Fight Pass.
Oh, it was on the fucking Fight Pass.
And then so they even aired it right there on the big screens, and they're like, "We're live from Toppenish, Washington." It was really cool, man. They had the fucking aerial footage of Toppenish of the casino, and then they had commentators right there live. It was fucking dope. It was a real professional setup. So. it's cool to see, like you said, bigger things coming to Toppenish, right? To the valley, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
fuck, do you remember going to like the Sun Dome and seeing the was it? I forget the name of the TV show, but it was around the same time when like WWF was all popular, WCW. But it was like it was amateur boxing, but it was like was like rednecks and like your everyday.
like the Tough Man competition.
Tough Man competition. Yeah! That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I had some buddies that fought in that shit. You know, I mean, they were older than me, obviously, like my brother's friend and stuff. So
yeah, my
I
friends.
remember going and watch that. And then there'd be like brawls breaking out in the crowd and everything, you know, or dudes would be.
People's getting trashed. I was like 13 going to that shit. But I remember like because they did one like it feels like it was like 99 when the last one came through. But I want to say there was another one that was on like because I remember seeing my friend's like older brother fighting it. Zude Bubba, and. Yeah, I want to say it was like, I don't know, I guess like 04, 05, 06 or something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was around then. You know, back in, was it 04, 05? Maybe 2005, 2006? I want to say 2005. I actually promoted an MMA show in Toppenish. We have this tribal community center.
Yeah.
And it's a big gymnasium.
Yeah.
And at the time, too, the Yakima Nation, they have their own, like a youth activities group. And they own a boxing ring, and nice. So I went and I rented the building, and I told them I didn't want to use the ring. They were like, "Fine, you can use the ring." And they gave me permission to use the fucking ring, which was like a shocker to me. And you know, we have our own like ambulance called White Swan Ambulance, you know. And so I went to them and hey, we need an ambulance on this day. Yeah. I went to the tribal police. Hey, I want to pay. I'll pay whatever to have so many officers there for security. Right. And then I put on MMA fights. Bro, I had like 12 fights. You know, a couple girl fights, and it was so rowdy, dude. It was the gnarliest fucking. It was like go down in history as the sketchiest fucking show that ever happened. I mean. One of the dudes comes running out. They announce him. He comes running out, and this motherfucker doesn't realize he still has a syringe cap because he just shot up a bunch of testosterone right before thinking it's gonna give a boot. Yeah, he's in the locker room. He's like, "Fucking, I'm neck." It's just a syringe full of testosterone. You know what I mean? He shoots in his ass, and then he doesn't realize he's still got the cap on his ear. And he comes running out, and he slides in the ring, and it fucking pops out, and the ref looks down, and the corner guy's like, "Oh, that's mine. Grab that." You know. I have it all on DVD. You know what I mean? Because we recorded all the fights.
And so they still let him fight?
And they let him fight. He wouldn't give a fuck. We're like, what? It's the action, dude. You better... And he come on like beat the shit out of the other guy. Yeah.
Like, we know what fight's going to get reversed in 6 weeks when the drug set's coming.
So it was so sketchy, dude. So with this one fight, right? My friend's the referee. And these two dudes come out. And it gets stopped fast because the dude's beating the shit out of him. And the dude's not defending himself. He's getting pummeled. And so my friend stops it, right?
Right.
But the dude who got pummeled, he had like a big crowd there, so they're fucking, they're going crazy. So then one of my friends who's right there, like helping me promote it. He has the microphone, right? He's like the MC of the event. He was like, hold up, who wants to see these guys keep fighting? And of course, everyone's like, yeah. And he was like, all right, we're gonna let him do it again. And we're like,
one more round.
Yeah, one more. And like the ref had already stopped it, raised the guy's hand, and the dude's like, what the fuck you mean? I already won, you know? And they're like, nope. It was a premature stoppage. Get in there. We're gonna get it on.
Dude, that's some professional wrestling.
It was exactly what that was.
Hold up. John Cena's not going out like a bitch tonight.
It was like Vince, dude. He just come like, wait a minute, cut the music. Yeah, dude, it was dope. And so they come back out and they fight again. That happened like 3 different fights, dude. Just kept.
Just like
if they ended too soon, and the people weren't happy. Wait a minute. Get them on their feet and start over.
And I'm gonna get the most out of my $10.
So then my the not the main event but the co-main event, right, is my friend's little brother, and he's fighting another friend of mine, right, and they're 2 young, super popular up and coming. They're 2 tough dudes, right, up and comers, and we build them to fight each other. Well, one guy slaps a triangle choke on the other guy, right? He's on the ground. He slaps a triangle choke, but there's a ring, so there's ropes, and they fly halfway out of the ring. And the dude has him in a triangle choke. He's on his back. He's hanging off the side curtain, right? All the way down. And the other guy's still in the ring, but his head's hanging over. So he's getting like double choked, the full body weight. Fucking knocked out cold. And he won't let go. The ref's trying to get him off. And he won't let go. And all of a sudden, the dude, you just see him stop moving. He's out cold. Then he lets go. And then we're like, well, fuck, the ref was trying to stop it. This is not a real legal fucking.
Washington State Athletic Board has not made note of this event.
So we took a few minutes to wake the dude up. Right, wake up, bro. He's like, what happened? And we're like, nothing. Get up. You got to keep fighting. We wake him up. We throw him in, dude. And they just start fighting again, right? And then by this time, the people are going nuts, bro. The people are freaking out because there's two big camps. You know what I mean? And the gym holds maybe 400 people. And this guy brought 100 people, and this guy brought 100 people. So you got all 200 people just chomping at the bit to fucking freak out. And when we put him back in the ring, they started fighting more. And something happened where they flew out of the ring again. Mm-hmm. And a brawl pretty much ensues, right? And all kinds of people jump in the ring. Like hit all his corner and all the other guys' corner, they all jump in, and it's a brawl. Well, we had like 5 cops there, so all these cops jump in the ring too, and so these dudes are trying to fight with the cops, and then all of a sudden, tasers and fucking pistols come out, and then everybody freezes. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Yeah. Like, just they're wild animals, dude, and like literally got everyone stopped. And you would think like the cops are saying, "We're shutting this down." No. Everybody just get back to your seats so we can keep the show going.
Everybody's going to get a second chance here.
Yes, everybody gets a second chance. We're going to let you off with a verbal warning.
I have addresses on all of you. Anybody else gets out of line?
I need to see IDs now. Everybody. Okay, you're good.
Got a little notebook here.
Okay, you're good. Yeah.
Who's the promoter of this event?
Tomorrow I'm going to run warrant checks on all 97 of you people.
You have 100 hours to get out of here.
So the ref, I mean the cops are, you know what I mean, they jump in and there's like I said 4, 5, 6 cops maybe. Mm-hmm. Clear the ring out, right? The dudes fight and then they fight to the end, whatever. It's a good fight. Mm-hmm. The main event, right? The main event is we had these 2 dudes booked, right? One of them, he was like a pro fighter. I mean, we seen him on the pay-per-view. He's one of my good friends. And the dude that he was supposed to fight, ended up backing out like the night of the fight.
No shit! Like he shows up at the police, like nah.
He's like, I didn't sign up for this. This is fucking pandemonium. You know what I mean? And so there was some dude in the crowd, right? Some dude in the crowd. This is how gnarly this was. He was like, he came to watch one of his friends fight, you know, and he was like, fuck it, I'll fight him, you know, and we're like, nah, we didn't know, you know, you don't want to fight this guy, trust me. He was like, look, he was a little big old buff dude, you know, and he was like, nah, man, I just fucking got out the pen 2 weeks ago. I'll fight anybody. I don't give a fuck. Anybody. Yeah, dude.
Just give me some of that testosterone that other guy.
Yeah, give me one of those. You got any more of that stuff? I'm trying to get on the juice, baby. So we're like, are you sure? Yeah. Okay, cool. Sign this waiver. I had typed up like this super generic waiver.
That's good. Yeah.
I had to do that. The bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
You know, I had him sign a waiver, and like I said, we had a doctor on the scene to come and at least do quick physicals before, and then we had weigh in and like, yeah. And it was so legit though, dude, because we even made a legit commercial. We showed it on TV. You know, I took it to the TV station. They aired it. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, we recorded it. I ended up selling DVDs of the show afterwards, and everybody wanted them because it was so crazy. Like, oh my god, it was the wildest shit. T-shirt. It was awesome.
Bro, you gotta let me borrow this DVD.
I'll get it for you.
I want to check this shit out.
I definitely will, dude. I'll make you a copy. Yeah, it was just fucking gnarly, dude.
I can just imagine like some guys like that's like again more pro wrestling shit.
Dude, just
like you see that shit on WCW, dude. Just like, oh, fuck, Hulk Hogan's not here. I'll fight you. Is that fucking Booker T in the audience?
Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you. Yeah, no,
that's awesome, dude.
Oh man, yeah, that's what happened though. The dude was like, I'll fucking fight him. I'll fight anybody. And we're like, get this guy some shorts. What size do you wear? You know, and he was like, so we got him, and he did, man. He was a soldier. He jumped in there. He got beat up, but he fought. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know, it was a war for like a good minute.
Because the guy who's fighting is like a professional, like
the
MMA
dude's like a
fighter,
real MMA
right?
fighter. Yeah, I mean, he used to train with Ken Shamrock at Lions Den. You know what I mean? Like
fuck, dude, Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, so he's legit. I mean, he trained with Guy Mesger and you know Trey Telligman, all these dudes from Lions Den, like real fighters.
Yeah.
And then this dude just like, well, I just did fucking 8 years in the pen, homie.
I don't fuck with people like do jujitsu and shit, dude. Yeah. Those people fuck you up, dude.
Yeah, they fuck you up. They make you fuck yourself up. You don't even know what's. They use your own shit against you.
Yeah. No, my only real experience with MMA is I did like one or two legitimate practices at the Yakima MMA. I went down there, paid like the $40 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I did it twice. And the first time I went in there, I basically just was getting my ass kicked every fucking time. But I loved it, dude.
It's
I
fun,
loved
right?
getting fucking taken down. Like when we were like sparring with this one guy that actually does like amateur fights here in town, dude.
Yeah.
Within like 30 seconds, boom, he's got me in a fucking chokehold, dude. I'm just like tap, and you get up and do it again, tap, and like I loved it, dude. But like the only reason I didn't go back is because one of the dudes was all talking about how he had fucking MRSA.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like, and which is
I'm
common, which is
It
very
is.
common in that, in wrestling
Yeah.
and MMA and whatnot. But like, yeah, as soon as I heard that, I was like,
Not
I'm
for
out.
me.
Tapping out.
I'm tapping out now.
I don't need MRSA.
I don't need no fucking mercy. Yeah, that's what I don't want, player. Teach me some moves that'll fuck up some MRSA, and then maybe I'll come back. But
Yeah, no, it was, I don't know. Maybe I'd go back, but I was like hella hypochondriac at the time. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah,
I'm not coming back.
yeah, dude, they brought a big camp, dude. Yakima MMA, rest in peace, Rich Guerin. He
That's
brought
the guy I paid my money to.
yeah. He the kid that slapped the triangle choke on my friend. He was one of Rich's guys. And, he was a tough kid. He passed away though too.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. But his girlfriend at the time too was Misha Tate, who was the women's UFC. So she's in the DVD.
She's got fucking history around
Yeah.
here.
So she's in. I mean, like she's in the DVD. You see her in the crowd. She's in there yelling. She's jumping up in the ring. You know, when the brawl breaks out. Yeah, this is before she ever went pro, but she was still early stages MMA. Yeah. So she's in there. You know, what I mean, you see a bunch of cool people there. I mean, fucking state champions from the Valley wrestlers and shit, and just. It was dope, dude.
If I would have known you back then, dude, I totally would have been there.
Yeah.
Totally.
I would be like, you have to come. And even to this, I mean, and like I said, this was back in 06, maybe 05, 06. But to this day, I mean, I still get people like, Anthony, dude, you should do it again, just one more time.
No,
dude,
one and done,
you
dude.
know, I'm
after
like,
that.
man, remember we almost all got shot by the police? Like, no, it was just too wild. I mean,
Yeah.
dudes are in there fucking just doing fucking rails and coke in the lock, just getting amped up, and they come running out, bam, bam, and just motherfuckers getting choked out, unconscious, getting knocked out. I mean,
Yeah, dude, it reminds me of just like some backyard fucking like
it's exactly what
backyard fights, dude.
And see, we weren't really sure how it was going to go down, right? We weren't really sure how it was going to go down. And then the very first fight is too young. I mean, the dude's like 18, 19.
Right.
Little guys, though, and they come out. And I remember the dude gets taken down. He gets mounted. And the dude just starts fucking teeing off on him. Boom, boom, boom. And you see him just literally go limp. He's unconscious. His mouthpiece goes flying. His head's smashing on the ground. And then it was that was the very first fight. And at that point, and the crowd's loving it. Everyone's loving it, And the ref pulls him off. And then we're like, holy shit, this is real. Like, this is real. And I'll never forget, too, the most gnarliest shit. Another one of my friends is fighting, right? And this dude shows up, and he, back then he was fucking smoking meth and shit back then. And he shows up to the fights, right? And we're like, dude, what's wrong? You could just see it on him. He's like, bro, I've been up for 3 fucking days. I'm tired. I don't know if I can do it. And we're like, you have to do it. Your name's on the poster. You're in the commercial. Like people came to see you. You have to fight. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go in there. And I'm gonna fuck him up.
Drink some water.
Yeah. He's like, give me something, because he's coming down. You know what I mean? He's been up for 3 days.
Yeah.
He's hallucinating at this point, and we're like, you have to go in there and fight, bro. You have to. Okay, I will. I'm gonna end it quick. We're like, yeah, just knock him out quick. But he couldn't knock this guy out quick, right? These motherfuckers went like 3 full rounds. You know what I mean? Like they're still. He's in the corner, literally crying, sobbing. I don't want to fight no more, please. Please, Anthony, don't make me fight. And I'm the referee in this fight, right? So I go over to the corner and I'm like, you want to quit? He was like, yes.
Holy babies, quit. Shut the fuck up.
He's like, yes, I want to quit. And I'm
Suck
like,
it up.
fuck that. There's no quitting. There's no quitting. You're
Teach you
fight.
to do drugs before fucking a fight. Get your ass back
you
out
knew
there.
for months. Yeah, you should have been training, not smoking. And so then he wanted to quit. He's crying in the corner, right? He's sitting on the stool crying, no, don't make me fight no more. And somebody from the crowd, because people are taking bets. I mean, like, it's this underground.
Wow.
You know what I mean? People are taking, it's a bunch of gambling going on. Somebody from the crowd comes up jumps up there, and they're like, hey, you have to fight. He's like, I don't want to fight. He goes, if you win, I got a gram of meth right now. I'll give it to you. A gram. You go out there and win. Oh my God, this motherfucker got a third wind. You know what I mean? Like, it looked like Super Mario just ate the fucking fire mushroom. You know what I mean? Like, he he grew up and he just had extra
What's
power.
up? What's up? Boom, boom, for that crack.
He
rock.
went out there and just whooped some ass. Oh my god, we could not believe. I mean, I could believe it, but it was just like unheard of at the time.
It's like shit. You ever? Yeah,
Like somebody flipped a switch and he was all about. It was like round one all over again.
It's like, all right, we're going for 4 days, guys. Fucking Jesus.
He's like, I'll fight again next week. Play, sign me up. Yeah, it was just fucking one thing after another, dude. It just made it. It was so epic.
Dude,
on such a ghetto level, though. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's the shit you gotta live for, though, man.
Really?
It's like you don't fucking see that every day. So,
No,
like,
no.
if something like that does go down, like you gotta fucking, I don't know, like
stuff of legend, man. It really is.
yeah, it's like I don't know. I was listening to you guys talk about boxing, dude, and it's just like that love for like that pure, you know, like just man versus man. You know, like football's fun. Hockey's just. I was watching hockey the other night, dude, and it was Calgary, the Flames versus the Jets, Winnipeg, and then just like this huge fucking fights breaks out, dude. And like we're sitting at the bar, dude, and the bartender's like, "Shit, the goalies are gonna fight. The goalies are gonna fight. They never fucking fight." And sure as shit, dude, the goalies just square off in the middle of the fucking rink, dude, and like start going at it, dude. And I don't know, dude. Like,
You gotta love that shit.
I
man.
fucking dude. Like, man, I've always like. You know, I hear you talk a lot about sports, man. Like, I've always been into sports, dude.
Yeah.
Like, ever since I was a kid, dude, with the Mariners.
I can't think of any sport that I'm not a fan. I mean, I might not know everything about it, but I'm intrigued. I'll sit there and watch it.
That's what I'm saying
like,
about boxing, dude.
what?
Like, yeah. Like same with MMA is like definitely something that like I wouldn't say like I'm more well versed in MMA than I am in like boxing.
Yeah.
And you know, definitely always the big fights, dude. I always try to fucking pirate the fucking stream.
Oh yeah.
You know? Sometimes it works, like the last time, but I want to say I mentioned this. We were talking about this like a couple weeks ago, but like that fucking Conor McGregor, the dude from Russia, the one where the fucking huge fight broke out.
Oh yeah.
Khabib,
Yeah.
Fucking, my feed fucked up literally moments before that happened.
Because
it was a pirated fucking
and
version.
he jumped
Yeah.
a cage into the crowd.
Yeah.
And dude, that's
Yeah,
so
I like got it back up, and it was like the aftermath, and I'm like on Twitter, it's like Twitter's blowing up.
Oh, you're like,
I'm just like, no! I had to watch the fucking replays.
Yeah, and it's not the same, man, when you're watching it live. Like, fuck.
I know, dude. Well, it was like the last Conor match. I was like, oh, you know, maybe I'll check it out, and then like, you know, I ended up just like catching the, you know, seeing like 46-second knockout. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know? And, I mean, that's the one thing that sucks. They charge you like what? It's like $60 fucking bucks for those things.
$60, man. Yeah, about
Just-
$60.
But I don't know. But that's like, there's something though about like getting a fucking group of people together to watch fucking sports,
a big party
dude.
and everyone's feeling it. Yeah, dude. There's nothing
especially
like
UFC, dude.
Yes.
I haven't gone to too many of those, but like I watched UFC 200 at the bar.
Yeah.
And that was fucking cool.
So I used to be like super into MMA, dude. Like the old Pride days and all the old UFC.
Pride's fucking badass. Like Mauro Ronaldo.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like one of the commentators.
Yeah, he was for a long time.
He does NXT now, dude. Like he's like the best like commentator.
He has a
in
cool
professional
voice and
wrestling.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Pride. He came into the second half of that. But like I've always been into MMA, dude. Whether it's training or just watching it, or like I said, that's what prompted me to I want to promote one, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I've wrestled my whole life, you know what I mean? I wrestled my whole life, and so at my old house, I mean, I had a big ass garage, like a big old, you know, big fucking garage. And anyways, I filled it up with wrestling mats. You know what I mean? It was just wrestling room.
That's what's up, dude.
And we would train in there and shit. And we would throw big ass parties for every pay-per-view, whether it was a Pride pay-per-view or a UFC pay-per-view or, you know, whatever.
This is like in the really was kind of like a heyday of UFC. Dude.
Yeah, this is early 2000s,
Yeah.
you know. And so we would we would get drunk. I mean, it would be drunken super, but there'd be a bunch of us, right? And and me and like at the time, my whole entire group of friends, we all grew up together. We're really close, tight knit, and we all wrestled, all of us. And even if we brought friends from the outside, it was usually friends from other towns that we knew through wrestling, or you know what I mean?
Right.
So we would throw these huge fucking house parties at my house, get trashed. And then, you know, when dudes like this, a bunch of alpha males, you know, they start fighting. So we'd be like, you know what? Let's go to the garage. And we'd go, yeah. And everyone would go.
Dude, yeah.
And the whole party would move out there because it was full of mats. And we'd fucking get it on, dude, in there. Just drunk as hell. But, like, it was.
That's the best.
Yeah,
dude.
it was fucking awesome.
We used to do that with boxing. But, like, we'd have, like, my friend played hockey. So we'd have hockey gloves, dude. Like, it'd be a party of people, dude. And, like, we'd film it on our.
We had hockey gloves.
Just fucking went at each other, dude.
You might as well put some socks on your hand like a little kid, yeah.
Dude. Oh yeah, no. I remember my friend fucking fought this like big old military guy. And the military guy just whooped his ass, dude. Yeah. There's something to be said about having like fucking local like little mini fights, like, set up fights. Because dude, I don't know. I don't get to do that shit that often, man. But like I said, dude, like when I did the MMA, just for those 2 times, dude, like just looking back on it, like 5 years later, I'm just like, fuck, dude, like I can get down on that shit because I like exercise. Like I love being like, physically active, dude. But like fucking wrestling and shit, dude. Like I only did it in middle school.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah. Like I always like the practicing too, dude. I always like being, doing the little
drills and
crawls
like
and stuff.
Oh
yeah. Like you'd have to get up and like you'd have to go underneath everybody and shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It was always fun.
Really, just different type of shit that you don't really do anywhere else.
Yeah, like I was listening when I was listening to your guys' podcast, dude. I was listening to you talk about how like they did like you're like coaches got fired or whatever.
Yeah, man. They brought in some. They brought in some other coaches that were basically undercover coaches that were there just to spy on what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they ended up they were going to fire one of our coaches, and it was basically like a domino effect. You know what I mean? They were going to get rid of the one coach and then all of the assistants. Well, what happened was before they could fire him, they all just quit type of thing because it was like they were
Pete Carroll leaving fucking USC.
They were
like, hey, dude, I'm out. I'm going to the Seahawks.
Good luck. Enjoy that fucking suspension from the
NCAA.
NCAA fucking BCS championship.
Yeah. Oh, we had to get that back. Shit.
Right.
Or was it Reggie Bush had to give it back? Right?
Yeah, Reggie. And Matt Leinart played. Yeah.
Fucking. They're both on Fox Sports now, aren't they? Yeah. I know Leinart is.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like that, dude. It was just fucking crazy and stuff and like I said, because we all grew up in that program, like we all grew up together. They didn't treat it wasn't like we were just kids that joined a sport and they were regular coaches. Like these are dudes that we were with 365 days a year. You know what I mean? These are my friends' parents and my friends' cousins and my uncles and my brother and his friend. Like we're a family, all of us. So it wasn't we never thought twice about it when they would fucking beat our ass. Like it was just normal because they beat our ass every day, whether we were at practice or at home, you know. So it wasn't anything new to us. That's just how we trained. Well, then, I don't know. Somebody got a wild hair up their ass. These kids are being abused.
Is this abuse?
Yeah, dude. And then they go in there and just do motherfuckers handcuffing the kids while they're working the double leg across the mat, handcuffed, or we're with fucking holding up 45-pound plates. Just
just because I don't know. I mean, obviously it proved and showed results, right? We want to say throwing some handcuffs on. It sounds like you got the technique down pretty well.
Yeah, we were fucking killers back then. So, yeah, but it was just crazy, fucking wild time. And that was our mindset, you know what I mean? Like we didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
we were rowdy. So
yeah, no, dude, I remember like storming off like one wrestling practice because like the coaches that we had at Franklin, like because again like the only time I ever did it was in middle school. And like I don't know, they always like I don't think they liked me or something, because like I don't know, they just like I just remember one time just like flipping them off and like walking out of gym. Shit, that was pretty much
because fuck this.
We were at like the city finals and shit, and like I don't know, dude. I mean, it's not to say like I was like the best wrestler ever. I was probably pretty shitty for the most part, but like I got past my first match. And I got into like the finals because we only had to like do the 2 matches because there's only 4 schools, in middle schools. Okay. And I get to the championship round for my weight, and the guy's like, "Oh, tap out, yeah!" Like, and I'm like in this like I'm on like I'm like, "Oh, good," and then the rest are like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "What the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that?" He just like told me to give up. Like, is that what he just did?
Make me quit? Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna listen to my coach. And
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
man.
you're supposed to listen to him.
Whatever he says.
Yeah. I remember this one time though going to Lewis and Clark, dude, just got my ass handed to me, dude. This guy just like took me down, dude, within like 30 seconds, dude, pinned me, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, I've had those days. I remember the funniest thing, dude, because like I said, you got to listen to whatever fuck your coach says. And I always remember this one summer, I was a senior, and it was for the NHSCA, National High School Coach Association. It was a state championship, essentially. And I'm in the finals, right? And the dude that I'm wrestling in the finals, he was the Greco-Roman state champ and the freestyle state champ at that weight class, right? And which it's whatever. So it's me and him in the finals, and we get down to it, and I'm winning like 5-4, and he's on bottom, I'm on top, and there's like 6 seconds left. I just gotta hold him for 6 seconds, and I win, right? And my coach goes, "You think you're fucking tough? You think you're badass?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, motherfucker." Yeah. He was like, "You think you're fucking bad? Let him go. Let him go." And then I'm like, "No." He's like,
I'm pretty sure I said
yeah. I said no. He goes, "Let him go." And I was like shaking my head no. I'm looking at my coach and I'm saying no. And then,
like, we're lucky to be at this point, guys.
I'm like, I'm about to win. And then he's like, "Oh, you little," like, and this is my coach. He's like, "What are you, fucking scared, you little pussy? Let's see what you're made of. Fucking let him go." So then I'm like,
I gotta do it at this point.
I let him go. Boom. He couldn't believe it, right? Because he was already like, he's gonna escape. I fucking let him go. He gets the point, and boom, we go to overtime.
Right.
And I am so mad, and everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck?"
The gym's going crazy, right? The people that are all there for him are going nuts because they're excited, and the people that are there for me are like, "You idiot, dude! You know what I mean? You won. Why did you let him?" It's overtime, so it's overtime, and my coach is like, "Why'd you let him go, you stupid ass?" And I'm like, "You fucking told me to." And he was like, "So? Don't you want to win?" Like,
don't fucking listen to me.
Like, these are the type of mind games that our coaches like, and he thought it was funny. You know what I mean? And
he's like, "Watch, I gotta fuck with this guy."
Yeah, yeah. He
like,
goes, "I didn't think you'd listen, you stupid ass. I thought you were smarter than that." Type of thing. And I'm like, so pissed.
This is not good parenting.
No, yeah, really. And I remember like my parents were all pissed. Everyone was pissed. It was fucking hilarious. But I came out and I it was overtime, and first takedown wins, and I ended up fucking taking him down, and I won. So it made it that much sweeter. Like, I fucking let him go, and I took him down, and then I was really big headed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As you should be.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, it was fucking dope. But I'll never. I mean, that makes me like, that's what makes me think of when you're like, "Yeah, my coach just told me," and that was the only time I've ever went against what my coach said, and I ended up listening to him in the end. But I mean, I was just like, no, and I'd never told him no my whole life. You know what I mean? I'm fucking at this point. I'm gonna be 8. I'm 17, and I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old. I've never told this man no before when he told me to do something on the mat. And he's like, "Let him go." I'm like, no.
What kind of Jedi mind trick bullshit
is
this?
Really. He's just a total mind fuck, man.
Yeah.
But coaches have that power over,
Right. I didn't. Yeah, man. Like, outside of the wrestling, like, I pretty much subscribed to like my own fucking like my own court. Is like, I didn't have coaches or anything for the most part. My mom was like there, but she wasn't there. She's like, "Oh, did you do your homework?" Like, no.
Nah, fuck that. Homework,
so
fuck that.
Times. I don't know. That was always my problem in school, dude. Like, I'd show up to school, but I just wouldn't do my homework.
I'm exact same way, dude. I would never do my homework.
And then you just like barely get by on the test.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'd kick ass on the test, which would make me just fucking fly above the rate. You know what I mean? Just fucking by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah. No, it's good though. It's good to have that type of structure though in your life, dude. Like, I don't know, my kids don't go to public school, so like they don't really have like a system set up like where they can play like, sports or anything. Right. But I don't know. My kids talk about wanting to do sports. I kind of feel like a bad like parent sometimes because like we don't really have the time like to devote to like, going and living, out of the car and doing all that stuff. But, like,
it's a lot of work, dude, and it can get expensive, especially traveling. I mean, there's like summer leagues and stuff like that, but like, man. It's a big investment, dude. I mean, not just in like money wise, but time and effort. Yeah, it's a huge investment.
Well, my kid's like doing like this thing called Pathfinders, which is basically like Boy Scouts, but it's like a Christian based one. Right. So like it's boys and girls. So like my oldest was able to like travel out to fucking Wisconsin last year because they do this Jubilee thing like every 4 or 5 years, like like Olympic style or whatever. Yeah. And so they were able to travel. He was able to go out and do that shit. Because sometimes I don't know. I feel like I lived a different life as my, like in terms of like the way my kids live, life and stuff. Like I was like on the streets, doing stupid shit all the fucking time, all the fucking time, dude. And they're kind of more sheltered in the sense, like I'm not like, oh, they're not, but that's like everybody though these days, though. I don't know. Like it seems like everybody just kind of shelters their kids.
It's a different time, dude. It's weird.
But it just kind of feels like it's like, is it though a different time? I mean, I know like all we ever hear like on the news is like, rape this, pedophile this shit. Like that's all we hear, in which we're like, I'm not saying it's not out there, but I don't know.
It's just more. It's always been there, but it's just like more. There's more exposure now. You know what I mean? With everybody walks around with a fucking camera in their back pocket, basically.
Well,
So.
you think that makes it more safer, dude? Because like when we walked around the streets, we didn't have fucking cell
I
phones.
didn't have anything.
Like, oh, I can't call the cops. Like,
Yeah, no, I didn't have anything, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go do this, or take off on my bike, and my dad
Right.
said, come home when it's dark, you come home,
Right.
And if I didn't, then I had an ass whooping,
Yeah.
or I better at least call if it's dark and I'm not home, I better call and let them
Right.
know where I'm at. So then I either had to have change on me all the time to use a payphone, or go to a friend's house and use the phone and call. So, but yeah, no, we didn't have cell phones.
You're having to give like a big list to your parents. Like, all right, man, these are all my friends' fucking home phone numbers.
Yeah, and I'm like, I couldn't stay the night nowhere unless my parents knew their parents. You know what I mean, or that type of thing. Like,
yeah. I just, yeah, man, like, just like go out and do shit, dude. But like, it's like kids today, though. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I let my kids do whatever, to a point, but
to a point,
play violent video games.
Yeah, and
that's like one thing like I do let them do is play a lot of violent video games.
Like, I know I was never sheltered from like movies or music.
Yeah, neither was I.
I was always allowed to listen to whatever I wanted to, or watch fucking movies that I wanted to. Didn't matter if it was fuck scenes.
What kind of movies were you watching?
Dude, back then, man, I watched anything.
We've had a couple conversations. Like, I know you're all talking about like there was one time here like a month ago or something. Like we were at Bill's. I show up and you said something about like we were talking about Escape from New York.
Oh yeah,
sure as shit. I just opened my shirt up. I had my Escape from New York shirt.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I watched everything. Action movies like that. Like Big Trouble. We were talking about Big Trouble in Little China. I'm like, fuck, that's one of my favorites.
Dude. I just got the Steelbook edition.
Oh yeah.
So it's got the 2 discs. It's got the 2K scan, and then it's got like pretty much just all your fucking special features. And shit,
man, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I guess got the plain ass cheap DVD version. Yeah, of that.
I had the
15
Blu-ray
years ago.
Yeah, I had the Blu-ray copy, just the generic one that's like $10 or whatever. But I don't know. I went on a binge and like bought like all like the Scream Factory,
the cool shit,
Steelbook copies. So I got like the Thing Steelbook. I got the Fog Steelbook.
Yeah,
I got Brandon. Because I bought the Creep Show bonus edition for Brandon for Christmas. And so for Christmas, he got me the Assault on Precinct 13 Steelbook.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, John Carpenter's the shit.
He is, dude. Creep Show, that's the shit, dude.
Fuck, dude. Creep Show is...
Creep Show's gnarly.
Yeah, dude. Like, a funny story about that. Like, I'd watch it, like, the first, like, maybe, I don't know. I'd get up to, like, the Stephen King story or whatever. And then for some reason, I just always stopped watching it as a kid. Like, there's a couple times I tried watching it. I never finished it. And it wasn't until, like, doing this In the Mouth of Madness podcast that we're, like, some random kid out in Florida, dude, this guy named Christopher Reeves, like, emails us one day, dude.
Superman?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, dude, he's, like, this gingerhead, redhead, like, 20-year-old kid, dude. And his picture of himself on Facebook is him, like, drinking, like, a Five Guys fucking shake or something. It's just like, what the fuck, dude? But anyway, like, he messaged us, like, just randomly out of Florida, dude. He was like, hey, man, I love your guys' shit.
Hell yeah.
And you guys ever gonna fucking do Creep Show one day? And I brought him back. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, maybe, dude. So, like, right there, I knew one day we were gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I waited, like, I was like, all right, well, because, like, this was, like, May of last year. And I was like, all right, we'll do it on Halloween. And so, like... we recorded like a month before Halloween shit, and like I sat there and watched it. I fell in love with it, dude. Like,
it's great.
The very next day, dude, I ordered it on VHS.
Yeah,
dude. Ordered a copy of it.
I grew up with that with one of my favorite movies as a kid. Yeah, dude, and even Creep Show 2. You watch Creep Show 2?
Yeah, no, and yeah,
make you never want to swim in a fucking pond ever again.
Stupid. God, like it's so bad. But it's so good, like that. The first time, because I didn't watch that one until here recently as well, because Halloween came and I picked up like a $5 copy of it at Walmart, and so I started watching it all drunk as shit, dude. I just got really pissed off with that first one, dude. I was like, this guy's a piece of shit, like actor, like the guy, because like I forget the guy's name, but the guy that plays the Indian dude, like the real
the wooden Indian.
Yeah, well, he's not the wooden Indian, but he's like the teenager guy that's like robbing him, like
Oh yeah.
Because like they give
taking the steal.
Yeah, because they give him like the little like the fucking artifacts or whatever the hell they were. And yeah, so I don't know. I just got really mad. And I started telling Brandon, I was like, fuck Creep Show 2,
yeah.
But then I watched it sober, and like the very last one with the guys like, oh, thanks for the ride.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Thanks for the ride,
She
lady.
hits him. Yeah, that's so creepy, dude.
Yeah. I love the dialogue in that. She's like, all fucking, oh, that's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Like, every time something fucked up happened to her, she's like, that's gonna cost you, Mrs. Whatever. It's like,
dude, those movies are fucking... They're great, dude.
Apparently they made a third one, but
they did, but it's cheesy, man.
I haven't watched it.
I've seen it, but it's been probably 20 fucking years since
yeah.
It's been a long time, but
yeah.
I know the first two are their classics, man. Leslie Nielsen. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, with fucking Ted Danson and shit.
Yeah, buries them in the beach, and then
and they come back.
They come back.
They
Yeah.
come back. My favorite one from the first one is Father's Day, though, like the very first one, where they're like the guy comes back from the grave. He's like the dead grandpa that gets killed with the ashtray.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, Daddy wants his cake.
Oh yeah.
Daddy wants his cake.
Just phrases like that, dude. You fucking they haunt you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, thanks for the ride, lady. We used to tell that to my mom all the time. You know, she'd come pick us up when we were little kids. We'd get in and be like, thanks for the ride, lady. She'd be like, shut up.
Like, I'm never gonna let you watch that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I wish I did watch that shit when I was a kid. Like, a lot of this stuff I just find out as an adult. You know, it's like I was never like truly. I don't know, because like I didn't have like an older like brother or anything. Like I was the oldest. So
Yeah.
like,
See, I'm the baby.
Yeah.
You know, I have older brothers 11 years older than me, and a sister 8 years, and a sister 6 years older than me. So they were all into. You know what I mean? They
exposed.
I was a tag along.
That's
you know
what's
what I mean?
up, dude.
Yeah, I was a tag
That's so
along.
cool, though. I wish I had that. Like, cause like I do have an older brother and I do have a younger brother, but they're like half brother, because through my dad. And then so like my older brother, like he's about the same as like 10 years, nine and a half years older than me.
Yeah.
And so like we've never lived with each other. Like when my mom and dad actually got divorced, like he went to go live back with his mom when I was like 5. So like I've never really seen him, and he lives down in California, down in Santa Monica. And my younger brother, like he lives up in Olympia, and like we just never talk. So I don't know. Once my dad died, it was just kind of like lost.
Kind of lost the tie. Yeah.
Yeah,
Me and my
older brother will like text about Seahawks and stuff, but like outside of that, you know. But yeah, no, getting back to it, dude. Like I love fucking like old movies, dude. That's my shit, dude. I love it.
Yeah. We'll have to hang out and watch fucking movies one night.
Yeah, dude.
I'll be down for that.
I know we made plans with Danny Thompson. Like he came on the podcast. Me and him started talking about.
I listened to the last episode. Yeah, Danny J.
I forget like if we were talking about it on the podcast or if it was after we were talking about this movie, like not Planet Terror, but like some old fucking 80s like horror sci-fi film. And it's got like Robert Englund and Sid Haig from House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, dude. And like, I forget the fucking name of it because I'd never heard of it until he showed me the trailer. But like, he said it was on his HBO Go account. We were supposed to get together last Thursday and like watch it. Me, him, and Brandon were gonna fucking watch it. But like, I don't know. Maybe we should do that, dude. We'll just start inviting comedians out, dude. We'll just watch.
That would be
movies.
dope. Yeah.
No recording or anything. Just fucking hang out.
Just hang out. Yeah. Hang out and watch it.
Yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun, dude.
What was I else going to tell you, man? I can't fucking remember. Now. It just slips my mind.
Yeah. Nah, I'm pretty high right now. Drink that beer. Drink that.
Right, the beer was good.
Desert Bite.
That's my first time drinking that, and it was good.
I never had it before either, dude. But then my brother-in-law brought a 6-pack over last night, and he ended up just leaving the 2 beers. And I was like, maybe Anthony's gonna bring beer. But I was like, I'll bring him out just in case, and we'll fucking.
Yeah, I came out empty-handed this time. I was tired, man, coming out here. I wanted to stop and get something, but I'm like, I'm fucking tired. Yeah. But I'm glad you fucking had those.
I know, dude. Fucking beer, like lately, man, it seems like every time I drink, it just makes me even more tired. If I drink like more than 1 or 2, like I'm just like
you're done. Yeah,
dude. Like I was sitting here the other night recording that episode that I released this weekend, and it was like I was literally just tired, dude. Like I don't know, I think I'm like just lacking sleep altogether, dude.
And dude, I've been on a fucking bender since Friday, man.
Yeah.
I got off work Friday, and I'm just like, I feel like drinking beer, and I haven't drank in a while. So I did. I went out and bought some beer. We drank, and then I was fucking fucked up. And Saturday was, Brian Brisky's birthday party.
Yeah.
And then we just went super hard for his birthday, dude. And then yesterday, it was Super Bowl, so I'm fucking getting trashed for Super Bowl.
Right.
And today at work, dude, I was just dragging ass all day. Yeah, so I'm like, I better not drink nothing. But fuck, man, I needed that.
Right.
At least
you gotta at least have the one, dude.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I would say like I don't know. For me, a bender is like I don't know. Like I'll have those nights. Like if I'm with friends, I'll get fucking like shit face wasted.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a filter when it comes to stopping.
Yeah, no.
But like I don't know.
I was sitting there by myself, dude, on Saturday night after after Brian's party and stuff, and I'm just by myself. Drinking literally till the sun came. It was like 7:30 in the morning, and I'm like, I should probably go to bed. I'm the only one. I'm just by myself, sitting at a table, dead silent, just drinking,
just hanging
just
out.
so fucking going for it. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna make myself one more drink and I'll go to bed.
It's fun to drink by
thoughts.
yourself.
Yeah,
dude.
no, just random things. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
But like that's how it was. I mean, like Friday I drank hard. Saturday was ridiculous, and then
Right.
Sunday, like I said, Super Bowl, and then so yeah.
Here we are on a Monday.
On a Monday, and I'm like, fuck, I'm ready to get started again. Yeah. No.
It's like, fuck, dude, that one beer, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, I got pretty lit on Friday, dude. I got pretty lit on Friday with my brother-in-law. Like,
Hell yeah.
And then, Saturday night, I pretty much kind of ended up in the same scenario. Like, me and my wife, we ended up going and getting some dinner. And I filled up my growler. And, like, she, like, I don't know, she'll party, but she doesn't party like that, though.
Yeah.
So it's like, half the time, after you bang one out, it's like, oh, I'm gonna stay up and keep drinking. Like, she's like, oh, just go back to bed, And she's like, I'm going to bed. I was like, no. And so I come out here and I'll just sit here and like ramble on into a microphone and like,
dude, that's that's fucking awesome. That's awesome. That's fucking that's good therapy, man.
I think it is.
I mean, it's a great outlet, dude. Having a podcast is a fucking amazing outlet.
I was like mainly talking about drinking about my myself and shit. Dude. I never really did that shit up until I don't know, this last time around, dude. Like, it's fun.
Yeah, no, I
it can be fun.
No, yeah, and like the last maybe year or two is where I did a lot of that, dude. Just drink by myself and not, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just collect my thoughts, but I mean, and get fucking trashed at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
I woke up Sunday pretty fucking hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, today was my day.
Yeah.
I felt like shit. Didn't want to call in. I mean, I wanted to call in. I don't want to go to work, but I don't want to be a pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everyone be talking shit. Oh, the day after the Super Bowl is the number one day. Everyone calls in, like, so we knew you weren't gonna make it, type of thing.
Dude, the year fucking the Seahawks lost to the Patriots, I was so fucking hammered. Like by the fourth quarter, dude, me and my friends, dude, everybody was just fucking wasted, dude. And that fucking when that happened, when they threw the interception, dude, like everybody just collectively was just like. Like we tried to record, and everybody's wasted,
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there at my table with my friend Eric, and like I'm trying to record a podcast, and we're just drunk as shit.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just fucking swearing up a storm. I never released that or anything, dude, but like I just remember going to bed and I had to get up at like 5 o'clock that morning, dude, and like I was so hungover, and I went to bed at like 8 o'clock, dude.
Fuck yeah.
It's just. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go to work when you're hungover.
You have to.
You gotta go to work. I don't know.
That's how I am, dude. I'll go to work, and even if I'm sick, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll get sent home before I decide to stay home. You know what I mean. I'll show up and then you kick me out. But
I remember one time, dude, back in like 2006, I worked at this place called like Pray Clarent. It was a fucking call center, and I was like fucking 2006, so I was like just hitting 21, 2007, like late 2006, early 2007. And my buddy Dustin fucking turned 21, so like I was out till like 2 o'clock in the fucking morning or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was fucking drunk as fuck. I had to, again, get up at like 6 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
And I show up, dude, and like I go to talk to the supervisor. And I'm like, yeah, I'm there for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, dude. I'm sitting at my desk. I'm just like, nope. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Fuck this.
I can't do this. I'm gonna go puke in the bathroom, And then like I fucking go tell the supervisor, and they know you're drunk because I'm probably sure I came in there smelling like booze.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Yeah. I literally brushed my teeth this morning. I'm getting ready for work, and I walk out to my truck to jump in, and I fucking got sick, dude. That's how I felt this morning. I threw up, and I'm like, oh, great. And I had to go back in the house and brush my teeth all over again. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I can't go to work like this. I smell like fucking old booze. But luckily, I got my own little office in the corner. No, I didn't see I didn't see anybody. I just
close your eyes at your desk.
I was sitting there, and I had my workers. I'm gonna just tell them. And I came in and I told them, look, I'm not in the mood for no shit today. Don't fuck with me. Just fucking everybody, just do your job. Fucking leave me alone. And they're like, okay.
I'm just gonna avoid you all day.
Yeah, I'm just like, don't fuck with me. Just leave me the fuck alone, and don't get in any trouble. Just be good today. And they did. Fuck around. Yeah, don't fuck around. Today's not the day. Because I'm going to be pissed if I have to fucking deal with some bullshit.
Right.
So, that's a good thing about being the boss. Sometimes I can do shit like that.
I would, I sit at my desk, dude, and like I just do the minimalist amount of work. And then just like gotta call people so you guys sit there and get yelled at while you're fucking headed. I haven't really had to like go to work hungover for a fucking decent amount of time, dude.
That's how I feel. Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah. Then today happens.
And then today kicked my ass, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a good. Those are all good reasons to drink, though. I mean, Brisky's birthday party, the Super Bowl. Hey, it's a Friday. Those are all perfect.
Yeah, dude, it was Friday. I got off work and I haven't drank. You know what I mean? In a long time. You know,
I know
once or twice.
Yeah, you're saying like what, like 2 months? You guys took off? Like,
yeah.
That's a good amount,
and
dude.
we drank with. We drank on our podcast with fucking Jay McNay. You know what I mean?
Shout out Jay McNay. Dude.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
And
I know that was like I messaged you after that episode, dude. That episode cracked me.
It was so fucking hilarious.
Hard, I loved it.
Yeah, that we had so much fun, dude, with that one. Yeah, we gotta have that fucker back on too. We gotta have you on. Yeah, actually, we gotta pick a day you can come out.
Dude, just let me know, dude. We'll make it happen.
All right,
make it happen, dude. I know Jay's coming back on the podcast in like 2 weeks, dude. Like the next couple weeks are gonna be fucking awesome episodes. We got you on this week, and then fucking Jaime Garcia is gonna come back on next week, and then Jay McNay is coming out that following week, dude. So
be bangers, man. All of them.
All
hopefully.
3 of them, dude.
Just bam, bam, bam,
bam, bam.
Hell yeah.
What about, dude? No, man. But yeah, nah, dude. Fucking. I don't know. I try to think that I'm gonna quit drinking again, you know, because I went 2 years without drinking.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I like it. I like having a couple drinks and like hanging out, dude.
And like, I used to smoke a lot of weed before, and then I haven't smoked for years.
Yeah.
And then I come out to do your podcast the first time, you know what I mean?
That.
And I brought a bunch of beer because I'm like, I don't smoke, but I know Kevin does, but I'm just gonna drink. And then I get here and you're like, you want to smoke, bro? And I'm like, yeah, I'll smoke with you. You know, and I literally years, bro, I haven't smoked anything, but I'm like, sure, I'll smoke with you. Right. And then we did, and then I just remember I was like so fucking high that I was tripping the whole time I was in here, the last one. And
that's awesome.
I feel like I was so boring the last, like I was just quiet, like because I was tripping balls the most.
I mean, that's pretty understandable, dude. Like, I do that to myself sometimes when I'll even be out here just by myself. Like, I feel pretty good right now, but like there's times where I'm like you just lose your train of thought, dude. Like so easily, you're just like, wait, I'm supposed to like, oh, what, like what? It's smoking weed. I love smoking weed, and like I would probably always, if I had to choose, I'd always smoke weed over like drinking. But like I just ever since like I got back into like having some beers, you know, I mean, every once in a while you overdo it, you know. But like I like to, you know, like I can't handle like the benders like that anymore, dude. Like just at 34, dude, for me, man. Like like you're saying, dude, like. I don't know, dude. Brandon Allen, that guy rolls fucking hard.
yeah.
That guy fucking rolls. Right. I was talking to him. I was like, man, I can't handle the hangovers. Like, I'm fucking used to it. Like, fucking stop being a pussy. He fucking, dude. They were over at my house here. We did like a random episode. We did Felucci's zombie film.
Right.
And we just like, they just came out on a whim, dude. And we just like drank beer until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
my wife got all pissed, dude. Yeah, I'm not even at my house. She's like, what the fuck are you coming at 4:30 in the morning for? And I'm like,
you're like, I never left.
Brandon's all like dying in my fucking in the office and shit here. Like he's all outside the fucking. He's like, because like we actually have an unreleased episode that we'll never fucking release, dude. Because like Brandon, like you could hear it at the, if you go back and listen to that zombie film by the beginning, mainly at the beginning, like you can tell Brandon's pretty fucking lit, dude. And then like you get like halfway through and you could tell I'm pretty fucking lit at that point. Like you could just hear the change in the voice.
Oh yeah.
And then so we recorded that, and it was okay. Like, you know, it was a little out there, but it was okay. And then we came back and we recorded an episode for the Joker, for the new one.
Oh really?
But like Brandon's just so wasted.
It was too far gone by then. Oh okay.
I'll play it for you off like when we're done recording, dude. Because like it's basically just Brandon coming in. I gotta go outside and puke. Just
fucking Brandon, and he is Arthur Fleck. Like he's that motherfucker is the living Arthur Fleck. Yeah, but he's a lot funnier. That fucker cracks me up, dude. He's great.
Oh, I love Brandon Allen, dude. That movie, I didn't necessarily like that movie though, and this is like the third time I'm saying it, like third week in a row on the fucking podcast, but I didn't really like it.
No,
I don't know.
I thought it was great. I thought it was fucking great. I saw it 3 times. In the theater.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, man. Dude.
I went back 3 times.
Damn.
I watched it opening night. Dude, it came out like on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And I fucking drove over to Richland after work. I got off work and fucking drove to Richland.
That's the place to go see movies, dude.
Yeah, Queensgate right there.
Yeah.
I went and watched it there, dude. It came out Thursday night, like the midnight showing or whatever. And then like a week later, I caught it again at the Orion, and then I caught it again in Sunnyside. Like, Just fucking great movie, man.
Sunnyside has a nice little theater.
It's all right, yeah.
I know
it's just
not
Sunnyside
that
though. It's just Sunnyside.
We had to drive out to Sunnyside to go see It Chapter 2 because
Right.
we wanted to see it opening night on a Friday, and they were sold out here in Yakima. Mm-hmm. And just like, which apparently they were showing it at the Majestic too, which I'm so used to the Majestic not playing rated R films.
Dude, yeah, it's all PG and PG-13 usually there.
They showed the Joker and
no way
and It there. Yeah,
usually that's at cinema, huh? Or
yeah, the cinema. Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't like those movies where like you're descending into madness type thing. I don't know. It feels like you're out of control type thing. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking wild ride. I got off on that, dude. That's what I loved about it. Yeah, I was like, man, I could relate to this on certain, yeah, exactly. Yeah. On their certain levels, yeah, you're just like, man, I feel for this dude. I know what he's going through, type of thing, you know. Like, damn, I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, like, I almost fucking cried in this movie. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a great movie to me. You know what I mean? To me, I'm just sitting there like, fuck, I love this shit.
Well, it's like the first time I watched it, I liked it. It's not to say I don't like the film. You know, it's just like, I don't know, whatever message it's trying to convey or something.
Dark,
I don't know.
man.
It's a dark fucking film, dude. So it's like, which
film.
I guess like you shouldn't be leaving a movie like that feeling warm and fuzzy, obviously, right? Like that's what it's meant to be. It's supposed to be a dark. And I like the ending, and I like how, like, you know, fucking spoilers, I don't give a shit, like, people haven't seen it by now, but, like, you know, the ending where it sets up Batman and shit, and they had that, you know, that scene, like, and he's just, I don't know, the more I talk, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, like, I need to go back and rewatch it, dude, because, like, now, like, sitting back and, like, thinking about that ending scene where he's just, like, they break him out of the fucking, you know, and, like, how he becomes the Joker, like,
yeah, dude,
now
and they're
I
all
want to
worshiping him, like,
yeah.
Dude, it's just like a cult. I mean, he's building without knowing it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just gaining these followers, and he's getting all this love because of the corruption in the city and how, you know what I mean. And the people are so oppressed that they finally have, whether he's bad or whatever. I mean, it's something else that is going against that. You know, going against the norm, and just like, I don't know. Yeah, it just conveys some kind of crazy message, but
I guess
people get behind it. You know,
I don't hate the film. Then I don't know, just again, like that dirtiness, it just doesn't rub you, like leave you feeling like, oh fuck, I feel clean after this, you know, I'm gonna go take a shower.
It's an ugly feeling, dude.
It's an ugly fucking feeling.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Yeah, but now I want to see the movie next, though. I want to see him fight Batman. I want to see that Joker fight Batman, dude.
Right.
Like, how the fuck does that work? Because it doesn't come off as a Batman film, dude. Like,
it doesn't. You can't. Yeah. How can you picture all of a sudden a superhero is going to come in? Yeah. So it'll be different. It'll be weird.
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, like, I just rewatched Batman Begins the other day, dude. And, like, Christopher Nolan, like, albeit a darker Batman, I
love that series, dude.
Still a comic. You can still feel the comicness of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's over there with, like, the League of Shadows, you know, training, so, which is fucking awesome, you know.
But at the same time, I don't know. I want to see that Batman, though. I want to see Batman take on the Joker, which I don't know. Like, they're shooting the new Batman film, the next one that's going to be coming out in the next year or whatever.
Yeah, with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. Which have you seen The Lighthouse yet with him and William Dafoe?
No, but that's pretty badass.
That's a trippy fucking movie, dude. Like, you got, like, it's all like the speak, the dialogue and stuff. It's all like captioned within, like, what is it, like the turn of the century, like from 18th century, like 1899, like whatever, like 100 years ago or whatever, maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly when that's based in, but like, you know, so you're really having to pay attention to all the words and all the different little, like, sayings that they have.
I was gonna say the sayings.
And, like, that, it's kind of in the same, you know, it's like a slow descent into madness type thing, but it's like from a whole different perspective, like isolation and stuff. And I don't know, like, it was cool. Like, it was a cool fucking movie, dude. Like,
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Like, it's like yeah, but like, when I was coming off of, like, from that movie, though, it's like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna give Robert Pattinson a chance as Batman.
He's a good actor, dude. I mean, I know he's known for
Twilight.
But...
And this is the only other movie I've seen him in. Like, my wife, I remember, dragged me to go see the first Twilight film, and it was at the Uptown Plaza when that was still around.
Dude, yeah. Uptown Plaza used to be the shit. Now.
Dude, I used to sneak into so many rated R films back in the day as a kid, but, like, we went to go see Twilight, dude, and we're the only ones in the theater, dude, so I just fucking riffed it the whole entire time, dude, and she got so pissed.
Just ruined it for her.
Yeah. But seeing The Lighthouse, though, again, that being the only other film I'd seen him in, and, like, I was like, you know, it's pretty good. Like, he brought it. He brought it fucking hard.
I remember reading some article about him, and they were talking about he's known for the vampire stuff or whatever, Twilight movies, but then they fired off a bunch of other projects that he was in and just showed. I mean, he's like huge fucking range. You know what I mean? Right. Like, he's done a lot of stuff. So yeah, you got to respect the guy and see if he can pull off Batman.
Too. I mean, what was his name? Christian Bale. He's British, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah. I think he's fucking British, dude.
Yeah, he might be. And he's a badass, dude. He was a great Batman, dude. He was so badass, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that series. I love that fucking Dark Knight Rises.
I saw all 3 of them in theaters.
God,
I saw
dang.
Dark Knight Rises. I saw that twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more movies within the last couple of years I've gone more and seen twice, but back in the day when that came out, because that came out, 2012?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there?
Around that time.
2011. I don't know. But I wouldn't go see movies twice in the theaters often, but that was Dark Knight Rises, dude. That was it.
Yeah. See, and what other movie? I saw Joker 3 times, and what other movie did I see a couple times? I think Thor Ragnarok I saw a few times.
That was a good fucking movie.
I saw that a few titimes,
Yeah.
And then, the Avengers Endgame and the Avengers Infinity War.
I saw Infinity War twice. I didn't see Endgame twice.
Yeah. It was fucking dope.
Yeah.
You read comics? You're into comics?
Comics is one thing that I've gotten into in the last couple of years. So I have been. I actually have been reading a lot more comics.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I grew up reading. I was getting a big debate because I love Batman.
I love Batman.
I fucking love Batman.
It's my favorite.
And but I remember arguing the other day with the dude at work because, and I'm not a Captain America fan per se, really.
Right.
But we started talking well, who would win? And I'm like, well, there was a crossover in the 90s and they fought and
shit.
And Batman won. Yeah, it was a DC versus Marvel crossover series.
Really?
Yeah, and
I gotta look that up, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's dope. And they fought, Batman and Captain America fought, and Batman won. And I was like, yeah, Batman won, but man, I don't think he should have won, And he's like, what? What do you mean, Batman? He's like hardcore Batman, which I love Batman, but
just you gotta poke the bear, dude.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, dude, he can't beat Captain America. And I'm like, I understand Batman's way cooler than Captain America. Captain America's like a kind of goody two shoes type, you know what I mean? And Batman,
you're Superman.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's no way, dude. He's fucking.
That shield would fuck him up, dude.
Yeah, and he was like, Batman's got all this. He said, name off these gadgets.
Yeah,
and I said, look, dude. Captain America's a fucking super soldier, man. They hit him with the serum. It didn't just make his body bigger and stronger and faster. It made his mind faster. He can move. He can dodge bullets. You know what I mean? He's dodged bullets in the comics. He can see things before they happen because his mind processes it faster. You know what I mean? He's like a fucking genius. And I said it, and he was like, well, Batman's a billionaire.
Those are all good points, but...
Yeah. And then he's like...
He can make his own serum. He's a billionaire.
Yeah. And then he's like, well, Batman trained with he's a fucking ninja, and he's trained. He knows he's a master of every martial art. You know what I mean? In the comics, that's what they say. He's mastered every martial art. And I'm like, so has Captain America. You know what I mean? But he's faster and stronger.
Yeah, he's always gonna have that edge because that serum, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they had this crossover, it was in 92, maybe 93. I think they had a bunch of different people fight each other from each DC and Marvel. But they had 10 fights, which were the main ones, that the winners were voted on by, I think 3 or 4 were voted by the people, and then the rest were by the writers and shit picked the winners. So Hulk fought Superman, Wolverine.
Fucking Hulk versus Superman would be badass.
Yeah,
dude.
Wolverine fought Lobo, Wonder Woman fought She-Hulk, Spider-Man fought Superboy, Captain America fought Batman. Yeah. Submariner fought Aquaman. I mean, they just all these dudes met, and it's fucking super dope. You have to. I have a bunch of the comics. I have to dig them out, maybe.
Yeah, I've been. I'll get those Obviouses or whatever, the big collections.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting those, and I'll go down to Ron's and get the single comics.
Right.
Which I fucking hate because you'd go down there and you get a bunch of them, and then you'd read it and you'd be all into the story, and you'd be like, "Fuck, I can't continue this."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, storyline over.
Green Lantern, because I was just talking to Brandon about this shit today. We were talking about because he was talking about how when he was a kid he was more into DC comics. Okay. And outside of Batman, I have a couple Superman comics, but I like Superman, but I don't like Superman from 1970. Superman from 1970 was cheesy. Pretty fucking cheesy as shit, dude.
Yeah.
But Superman, I have a couple comics from around 2000 or something.
Leap tall buildings in a single bound. Yeah.
And it's just it's a lot cooler. I don't know. I guess it just depends who's writing the comics or whatever. But what one I liked was my favorite. Actually, I will say though is Fantastic Four.
They're dope, dude.
I love the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fucking badass. You know who does Justice League now is Jim Lee, who's a fucking phenomenal artist, writer, whatever. He's gonna be at the Emerald City Comic Con this year.
Shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go. I want to meet him so bad because You know, he used to do, you know, he was with Marvel back in the day, and he's done every major fucking, you know, character, every major publishing, you know, for Marvel. Then he left Marvel, started Image Comics with, you know, 6 other artists.
Is that Spawn?
Like Spawn, yeah. Like Todd McFarlane was Spawn.
Okay.
Jim Lee, he had like Wildcats, Cyberforce. He had a few. He had a bunch of them, you know. But yeah, like 7 artists that were like the. So back then in this time, like the early '90s, Marvel, out of their top 100 selling comic books at that time on their roster, these 7 artists were writing and drawing 70 of the top 100.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Just these 7 guys, and they were all mainly kind of young dudes. And but Marvel was making all the money, you know. And if they wanted to make up new characters and stuff, Marvel owned the rights to those characters. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they really weren't getting paid what they thought they should have got paid. Like Rob Liefeld, you know what I mean? He came up with Deadpool. You know, right. But that's a Marvel character now. But Rob Liefeld was one of the guys too. He left. So these 7 guys, they're all buddies, whatever. They decided we're gonna start our own company. And they did. They left Marvel, and they started their own Image Comics, and they all put out their own fucking. They made up their own characters, dude. Yeah, like fuck, man. They had the balls to walk away from the #1 comic. You know what I mean? Like in the world, Marvel Comics. Yeah. To tell them, fuck you. I'm gonna go open my own. You know, I'm gonna go
fuck
rogue.
You. Won't do what you tell me.
Yeah, I won't do what you tell me. I won't do what you tell me. These guys had the balls. These guys had the balls to not only leave Marvel, but then they set up a meeting with DC. Mm-hmm. And DC thought, oh shit, these fucking top 7 dudes in the world are coming to meet with us. They're leaving Marvel. We're gonna get them. Right. No, they didn't. They didn't want a job with DC. They said, no, we don't want to work for you. We're just letting you guys know we're starting our own company. So watch out for us. And you know what I mean? Like they had the audacity, like the balls, dude.
Yeah, they just pulled their dick out and just like slapped it on the table, dude.
Yeah, and then fucking Todd McFarlane came out with fucking Spawn, and you know. You know, fucking like I said, Jim Lee had Wildcats. They used to have their own fucking. They had a TV show on.
I remember Wildcats. Dude,
yeah, and they had a cartoon. Yeah, they had a cartoon. Witchblade. Witchblade had a TV series.
I never heard of Witchblade.
Yeah, this was way before.
See, I've heard of this. I've heard of this company. I mean, yeah, I've heard.
Yeah,
of
Image Comics. Yeah, and this started in the '90s, but that's the roots, man. That's where these guys they all left Marvel. They were the top fucking dudes. It was like Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Eric. Fucking. I can't even think now his fucking name. There's 7 of these motherfuckers, anyways. Yeah. They're fucking dope. But now, like, Image is still going strong. Like, Walking Dead. That's Image Comics.
Oh, no shit.
They're through Image Comics, man. Robert Kirkman does that. But anyway, that fucking dude Jim Lee, dude, he's gonna be at fucking.
See, I want to start going to comic.
But now, yeah, dude, you should go. And but he does Justice League now. He works for DC now. Nice. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I haven't, like, out of, like, anything new that's coming out, like, the only thing I've really gotten into is Batman, the whatever's... And, I mean, there's, like, so many different kinds of fucking Batman.
Yeah, it's not like there's just a single Batman comic. Yeah. There's so many different fucking storylines.
I'll have to show you, like, you know, when we're, like, off mic or whatever, but it's just, like, it just says Batman on it, though, you know? It's just, like, it's just Batman. I bought, like, it's like when I first got into comics, like, I don't know, I guess, like within the last 3 years, dude, like 2017 or something, dude. Yeah. Like I just went on a fucking binge, dude. I was like, I want to fucking we had my friend Sam Martinez on the podcast last week, and he was talking. He started trashing people that just like fucking comics just because like you know the movies and stuff.
Right.
I kind of fall into that.
You're into that group.
I make the excuse on the podcast saying like you know oh my kids you know like you know everybody watches them and stuff. It's cool, but like I really got into comics based off watching the fucking movies. But like I don't know, like I like to think that like when I get into something I try to like research it the best I can, you know, and learn more about it as much as I can. So, you know, to me it's not like, you know, being a bandwagon fan or anything. It's like truly
I got you.
Like,
you're still trying to get the backstory,
No. And so I don't know, dude, like the Batman was the only one that I really got into like out of the new ones. And I haven't really been picking up anything new lately, but that was it.
Yeah. So like I said, dude, I have an older brother, he's 11 years older than me, so he was into comics. So when I was a kid, you know, he would funnel down comics to me, you know what I mean? And he collected. I mean, he bought comics, but then he also collected comics. So he had some that he put away, you know, and then he had ones that he would just read, and then here you check these, read these. He would tell me like, read these, dude, and I wouldn't. And I'm pretty sure I'm buying my own comics, and like I'm a little kid, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, is when I started and really
collecting. Comics were still a big thing, like when we were kids, dude. They were.
So like you know, I remember my room, you couldn't even see the paint on the wall. It was just nothing but comic book posters. Nice. Like, and at that time they were hard to find. You know what I mean? Like I was really into that shit.
Oh yeah, because dude, back in the day, dude, like you struck it. Like if it wasn't at your local mall, like you weren't gonna get it.
Nah, you ain't finding it, dude. Yeah.
And like it's not like we had Spencer's when we were kids.
Yeah, dude.
It came through when we were like teenagers, but like not when we were like kids.
You had to go out to conventions and shit like that to get that kind of stuff. So
exactly.
But yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I mean, I don't want to call people bandwagon fans. Like, I'm glad there's Marvel Studios but sometimes I do get a little douchebaggy too, and I'll be like, "Well, in the comics, it happens like this," you know, like. Yeah. But
you should, you're a fan. That's what it is.
I try to keep that to a minimum because I know I'm being douchebaggy. But sometimes I like depends who I'm with. You know,
I do the same thing with professional wrestling.
Yeah, you know, school people. You know, like you need to know this. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this for my benefits. For you, you should know this.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm the same way, man.
Nah, dude. But yeah, like I was saying, dude, Fantastic Four is like. I don't know. That's fucking. I actually just went out and got like a Thing action figure. Yeah. I've been like at my work, dude. If you go to my work, like I balled out my fucking desk, dude, with horror shit. Yeah. Like I got a Creep Show poster on it. I'll take a picture. I'll show it to you next time we see each other. But like I got a Creep Show poster. I got a poster of the Thing. I got a Friday the 13th like video game poster. And then I have like all the action figures. I have like Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason. That's dope, dude. Michael Myers, the original Pennywise, Tim Curry and shit. I got Chucky. But like on the comic end though, dude, I've gotten because I have some other wrestling figures that I've had over the years. But I've been picking up like comic book figures and shit. I got Doctor Doom, like the little pop toy. Yeah. And then I got Wolverine. I got Deadpool. And it's like super cool Wolverine from back in the day when he was like on Fox Kids and shit, dude. Right. Like that type of Wolverine.
Dude, yeah. The old yellow and blue.
Yeah.
And so which is a great series. Oh, God, I love that series.
Disney Plus, dude, they have it all on there.
Yeah, I haven't started watching it yet, but I have Disney Plus, and I seen it on there, and I'm like, I instantly revert back to my childhood. Like I remember Saturday mornings, dude, just fucking X-Men. Like I kept, the music, and they're fucking up Sentinels and everything. Yeah,
the Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, the old amazing Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah. Because they also used to show that like after school too. I remember we'd get off school at like 3:00. Man, that's the shit kids miss, dude.
They don't have that now.
I guess you got Cartoon Network and all that shit, but like, it's not the same,
They're
dude.
Lame, yeah.
It's not the same as like what we had as like, 90s, growing up in the 90s.
Yeah,
and shit,
it's just different, man. Their cartoons they're kind of out there. They're kind of weird. They're entertaining, I guess, to a point. I like watching Adventure Time.
Adventure Time's fucking badass.
That's fucking dope, right?
Adventure Time was badass.
Yeah, I like that.
With Regular Show.
Regular Show's fucking hilarious.
Cool, dude.
Regular Show's my favorite. I can't even lie.
When my kids were, because my kids are kind of like out of that stage of like watching like cartoons at this point. Like they still watch cartoons, but like for one, we don't have cable. When we had cable, we'd always watch Johnny Test.
Okay.
Yeah, and like that was kind of like Johnny Quest to a point, but it was like this like I don't know, this kid with like blonde hair and like he's got it's like Dexter's Lab, but he's not a nerd.
Right.
Like, I don't know. So yeah, it was kind of like Dexter's Lab because like the dog's like a fucking secret agent or some shit, dude. Like. I don't know. We'd watch a lot of PBS, dude. I feel like PBS is the only thing that truly like has anything that would relate to back when we were kids in terms of how it's played out. But now they have like a 24/7 PBS Kids fucking channel. Because when Jory was like the youngest, like when he was that age, he was like 05, 06, dude. And you'd have to watch it in the morning or in the late afternoon. So you actually had times where you got to watch like kids programming.
Otherwise, you're watching fucking Bob Ross paintings.
You fucking
and shit.
Charlie Rose at 2:00, dude. Yeah. I used to watch Charlie Rose all the time, dude. Till he got busted for fucking diddling chicks or whatever the fuck he's doing, dude.
No way.
He got accused of like sexual harassment or some shit, dude. He got taken out the morning. Well, it was like fucking same with Matt Lauer, dude. He got taken out too. Dude.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers went down.
Fucking Me Too, man. The Me Too movement.
It feels like it's swinging around the other side, though. It feels like going into a new decade, people are calming down a little bit.
Like it peaked, and now it's just kind of like,
I think it is, dude. I think we peaked like in the last like year or two. I don't know. Donald Trump's going to get, run for re-election. I mean, shit, dude. 2020 is crazy, dude.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah. 2020. I was just thinking of this the other day because I was like, fuck, it's 2020. I remember being a kid and Transformers, the movie came out, the animated movie. Oh, yeah. And I remember it came to theaters, you know what I mean? And I got to see it in theater, and I must have been like 4 years old.
Yeah, I was like 89, dude. Some shit, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember at the very beginning when it starts out, it came out in like fucking 85 or 86.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right, yeah.
And so, and I have it on VHS, and I have a fucking DVD, and like I love this movie.
I have it on DVD.
I love it, man. In the first opening scene, it's like, the year is 2005.
Yep.
The Decepticons have taken over the home planet of Cybertron. And I was like, damn, that was 15 years ago. when the Decepticons took over Cybertron. You know what I mean? Like Optimus Prime died, Hot Rod took over. That was 15 years ago.
I love Transformers, dude.
It's my shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's my fucking shit.
Transformers was like a little bit before my time though.
Yeah.
Because like you said, the movie did come out like it was like 85.
Yeah.
Like I kind of came and like when I started like paying attention, it was like Ninja Turtles was probably taking over at that point. But looking back on it though, man, I love Transformers, dude. G.I. Joe.
Dude, G.I. Yes. That was just, I mean, I was little when those, like I said, 3, 4, 5, but
yeah.
I mean, like I can remember watching it, man, and every Saturday, like fucking bowl of cereal and sit in front of the TV, dude. Like that's the shit.
And that's like straight 80s. Like,
Yeah,
that's
totally.
That's it. Like we were talking about like 90s being cool, but like 80s was fucking the shit.
80s was
dude.
rad, bro. Yeah.
I wish like I don't know. I wish I was like because I was born in 85, dude, so I don't remember the 80s at all, dude.
No.
Barely remember.
See, I only have a few years on you. I was born in 82. So,
yeah.
like I said, I was right at the beginning of that shit. You know what I mean? I caught the wave.
Yeah.
Caught the wave.
I barely caught the end. Like I remember when the Gulf War happened, being a little kid. It was like my dad was in the army and shit. Where he was National Guard. I was like, I asked my mom, like, "Is Daddy gonna have to go to war?" It's like, I don't know. I remember straight up telling me, "I don't know." I was like, "Fuck you."
Oh, was that scary, dude? Right?
A little bit. Well, he never went, so
It ended pretty quick. Well,
yeah, dude. Well, fucking Anthony Hernandez, thank you so much for coming on the podcast
man.
that no one listens to, sir.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. Dude, a CD just dropped.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, and that's actually, I put the CD out in 2012, but I was really limited on my copies.
Right.
And it just so happened that my sister had a copy, dude, and I hadn't seen one in forever. You know, and it's called Fresh 50, and it's 50 minutes of my freshman year in comedy. So my first year. So it's not super good, but it's just something.
Still fun. It's a nostalgic
merch.
thing. Dude.
Yeah, it's a nostalgic thing, and she's like, "Hey, do you remember this?" And I'm like, "Holy shit, you have one of these?" And I was like, "Can I borrow this?"
I didn't even know you put a CD out there.
Yeah.
Dude.
So now I'm like got it repressed. You know what I mean? And it got a fucking badass label, whatever. And I sent it off to get copyrighted, and that way I'm next is to get it put. Maybe iTunes or whatever, you know, put it out there on these different platforms to make it accessible. So, hopefully be on the lookout for that soon.
Fuck yeah. Dude.
Or if you see me, if you come to a show or whatever, I'll usually have copies on me now. Yeah, it's called Fresh 50. So I got that. I got the casino thing going.
Busy as fuck,
busy,
dude.
man. You can catch me on my own podcast with Brian Brisky. It's called Killing Time with Anthony and Brian.
Hell yeah.
Find it on all the same platforms.
I listen to it every week, dude.
Yeah,
I said it on the podcast this last week,
Thank
dude.
you, man.
I
I
literally
appreciate
every
it.
Friday, dude. Like, I have like the podcast that I go to first thing in the morning, like Church What's Happening Now. That's like
Right.
that's the first thing I listen to like on a Wednesday, dude, and then Fridays, dude. It's fucking. I listen to you guys.
I listen to Joey Diaz. I listen to Artie Lang's Halfway House.
I love Artie Lang, dude.
Damn, his fucking is so funny. And then Joe Rogan here and there, depending on who the guest is.
You ever listen to like Tom Segura?
I haven't heard any of his. No, but
Yeah.
I've seen his on there. Yeah, I haven't yet.
You should listen to the Two Bears, One Cave.
Okay.
That's him and Bert Kreischer, dude. And like
I will.
The first like 2 episodes, dude. Like there was one episode, one of those 2 episodes, dude. I was laughing so fucking hard, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm going to
love
look it
it.
up.
But hell yeah.
And I listen to Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast.
I love Bill Burr, dude.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Fuck, seriously, like I kind of flip flop on like who's my favorite stand up comic, dude. But it's either Tom Segura or it's fucking Bill Burr.
Yeah.
But then on another day, it could be Joe Rogan. It could be Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
could be
There's so much good comedy out there.
There really
dude.
is. Bill Burr, though, he's a constant. Like, he's always there.
Yeah.
Like, I love that dude. So.
That Paper Tiger fucking special.
It was good, right?
Dude. It was really good,
That's
dude.
fucking awesome.
And same with Rogan's last special, dude. That Strange Times, like that. It's fucking
I
genius
just
shit.
watched that not long
Then
ago.
fucking Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones. It's like I saw him run that shit, dude, at the Tacoma Dome, dude.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
That's the hour he ran at the Tacoma Dome because it was a month
okay.
before that shit dropped, dude. So
I wish I could have caught that, man.
I remember getting the email from Ticketmaster, dude. And it's like, oh, fucking random, like, you know, pre-sale, you know, here's a pre-sale code, or like sign up for a pre-sale code for Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, so I hit up my wife. I'm like, yeah, we're going to this. Because that's like, instead of going to like concerts, like, I seemed like trying to go to more comedy shows like the last like year or two. So yeah. Norm Macdonald, like you said, I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
It's going to be fucking badass, dude.
I'll also be, next month, I'll be at Joker's.
No shit. That's cool.
Yeah, March 14th, 15th, and 16th, I'll be at Joker's in Richland. So.
That's what's up, dude.
Busy, man. Starting to get busy, man. Trying to get this comedy thing going.
Yeah.
I've spent the last 3, 4, 5 months working different material at the open mics and just trying to piece a set together, you know what I mean? And so now I feel like I'm starting to get close where I'm ready to start doing shows again. So
I'm fucking happy for you.
Yeah, man.
I'm
This
so
is
happy for you.
just the spark to get to light the fire, you know what I mean?
Hell
So
yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having me on, dude. Fucking
Fuck
had a great time, dude.
All right, bro. Well, everybody can find all the fucking information below on the show notes to find Anthony Hernandez. But again, dude, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Coming out, podcast no one listens to. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
looking for me in the most obvious places. Still nowhere to be found. I'm perched atop the tallest building in the city, and I'm intrigued as I look down. On the Anthology, the center of all existence, yet they still wear the same frown. Pretend to take them to the beauty that's surrounding them when there's so much all around. Try, don't choose to walk away. What's fine with being a torch? It's a time to find it when you try. Take time and seize day, 'cause after two is gone, you'll never have a chance again, so try. While I sit here with so many thoughts, I'm listening to the rain falling to the ground. I'm just hoping one day soon all the unhappy people find solace in the sound. And listen to the old to say that all the others say that life will fly too fast. I just wish there was some way that I could stop the clock and make the good times last. Try, don't choose to walk away. The fun would be the soul, it's just a time to find it when you try. Take time and see today, 'cause after two is gone, you'll never have the chance again, so try. Don't throw it all away. No one day's the same. You must realize it's all in your mind. Don't emphasize the pain on one particular day. If you feel you're starting to slide, just pull yourself together. Remember all the battles you tried. Don't choose to walk away. This fun within its soul, it should take time to find it when you try. Take time and see today, 'cause after two is gone, you'll never have a chance again, so try. Try! Try! You'll never have a chance again, so try.
Previously on X-Men.
This podcast has been brought to you by Pizza Productions.